Hey guys, it's Em and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a super highly requested video of mine on a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and that is cosplay photography. Now, there's been quite a bit of discourse, I would say, in the cosplay photography world, as for good reason, in my opinion. There have been some creepy photographers that have been outed, there have been some racist photographers that have been outed, and I just think there's kind of a discussion to be had here because cosplay photography is kind of a big part of my occupation and what I do. If you don't know, I run a cosplay magazine called Cosplay Realm Magazine. I have a ton of videos on it, and if you want to check us out, all this stuff will be in the description box below. I run it with my best friend, Estelle, aka Jess, if you know her. Anyway, so I started doing cosplay photography when I was in college, going to school at Mass Art in Boston for painting. And I had been interested in photography ever since I was a kid, but I always liked taking pictures of nature and trees, and I never really did portrait photography. Of course, I was a scene kid and I was emo, and I did photo shoots with my friends and they were horrible and embarrassing, but you know, I never thought of it anything close to a job. And I actually had a really close friend in high school who wanted to be a professional photographer, and I remember being like, wow, why would she want to do that? That seems so hard. That seems so much like so much work. And well, foreshadowing. So, long story short, I basically start shooting my friends' cosplays. Going to conventions, they'd be wearing cool costumes. I feel like cosplay photography, I'm 21, I have been going to cons since I was like 12. I feel like cosplay photography has gone through a major shift with the way that content is being created and consumed right now in the multimedia world, you could say. I feel like the standard of cosplay photography is highly up here as opposed to when it was just on point and shoot cameras before. And I think that it's really incredible to see the artistry and the community of cosplay photographers grow. A massive issue right now with cosplayers taking photographers' images, not crediting them, manipulating them in editing. Of course, if that's stated in your contract with your photographer, then that's fine. You know, if it's stated that you can edit and manipulate the image, that's fine. Sometimes when you buy the print rights to an image, then you can manipulate it and edit it on your own. But with the rise of Patreon, there hasn't really been a conversation between cosplayer and photographer about how it all works, kind of. It all seems very behind the scenes, and as someone who isn't involved, I feel like it could seem really overwhelming and you might not know how to book a photographer or do any of it. And so I just feel like I want to break things down, basically. So I talked about a little bit how I started and kind of what I do now, but I think it will be cool to step by step go through how you can book a photographer for a con and have a good relationship and find someone that is inclusive to your needs and, you know, your body type or whatever you're looking for. And just do your research on photographers. Please do your research. Ask around. See if people have had good experiences with them. Do they return the photos on time? Do you like how they edit? Is there a specific editing need that you want? Do you hate the mole on the left side of your face? Do you want your stomach to be a little bit liquefied and your waist to be brought in? Please communicate. Just communicate. Oh my god, coffee. So, you want to book a cosplay photographer for a convention. Say that convention is Katsucon. Katsucon is a massive con in February that takes place in Baltimore National Harbor. Is it Baltimore? I think it's Baltimore. It's National Harbor, and it's right by DC. I go every year. It's a great con. It definitely has some elitist issues, but it is a beautiful space for photos. It's pretty overcrowded at this point, but a lot of cosplayers and photographers kind of meet there, and it's a big kind of industry con, I would say. And so there's actually Facebook groups called Katsucon, Cosplay and Photography. And that is where cosplayers can post that they're looking for photographers, and photographers can post their rates and some of their portfolios and stuff like that. And so I would say first join one of those groups and see if anyone's work catches your eye and if you want to work with them. And then usually they either have a contact through their email or their DM. Everyone's different, so just see what your photographer wants. I would say expect to pay anywhere from $70 to $150 for about a 30-minute photo shoot for around 5 to 8 images that are fully edited. Most younger and new photographers will offer to send you all of the raw, unedited files, but that's great if you want to help out a younger photographer starting out, but a lot of photographers aren't going to give you all of the unedited and raw files. It's just, they aren't going to. It's like the ingredients for the meal as opposed to the finished meal, if that makes any sense. So for me, I only like serving the finished meal, if you know what I mean. So once you do that, you know, ask your friends, like, oh, do you know anyone who's worked with this person? Like, did they like them? Blah, blah, blah. So all that goes great, and, you know, yay, I like this person. Yay, we're gonna shoot. It's gonna be great. So basically, you should tell that person, and that cosplay photographer should ask you, who's your character? Who are you cosplaying? Can I see pictures of your costume? What kind of vibe and photo shoot do you want? Like, are there any specific poses you'd like? Do you have any, you know, insecurities of like, do you not like this side? Like, I hate this side of my face. Anytime I shoot with someone, I say, I hate this side of my face. Please don't just shoot this way on. Like, I have certain angles that I can work with and like, and usually other people have that too. Or maybe they don't know that yet and they will discover it with you, because you need to learn how to pose and work with people who are not models. They're cosplayers. They're not models. Or some of them are, but generally they're just people having fun in costume. Okay, so next step. Try to figure out where you're going to shoot at the con. Have an idea of where you're going to meet and where you're going to shoot, because a lot of cons are very crowded and busy, and you don't want to be scrambling to try to figure out where to shoot with your photographer last minute if that shoot is 30 minutes and then you eat up 15 of those minutes just looking for a place. Yes, do that. Plan accordingly. Bring things to fix your cosplay, okay? And this can either... Photographers, this is a good idea for you too. Bobby pins, hairspray, concealer, bring your lipstick if you're wearing that. Just stuff to touch up your outfit and make sure you're looking perfect and snatched for the photos, because you want to look as good as you can, right? So now, cosplay photographers, listen here. You never touch your cosplay client and client in general unless it is explicitly stated that that is okay to do so, and the boundaries within that. May I tuck this hair behind your ear? It's sticking out. Oh yes, sure, thank you for pointing that out. Can I adjust your leg a little bit in this way so the pose looks more dynamic? Oh yeah, sure. Okay, that's all fine. Don't just go up to your client and grab their back and go like, oh yeah, arch your back more. Don't grab their face and go like, give me this look more. Please, consent comes in all forms, okay? Please get consent to touch your model. Or if they don't want to be touched, that's totally fine, and you need to know how to communicate without touching them. For example, I shoot with my best friend Jess, who runs Cosplay Realm with me all the time. I like manhandle her, but it's our relationship and we are okay with that, and we have established that boundary. I'll be like, Jess, your arm looks weird, and then I'll like move it, and she'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. So consent is key, okay? So after you do the shoot, it's awesome, you're excited. Oh my god, the con is fun. And then you leave the con. I want my pictures immediately. Don't message your photographer asking for the pictures the night the convention ends, because they will hate you and they will dodge and burn your face incorrectly. Just kidding, they probably won't do that. It's bad for business. It's bad for the finished meal. It's bad for the dinner plate. Don't do it. But seriously, don't do that. It's very suffocating. Usually in the contract or when you book the photographer, they should let you know your turnaround time for when you're going to get back the finished images. They can be anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months just be aware and, you know, don't be shocked if it is a month, because photographers shoot so many people usually that they have a massive backlog of shoots that they have to edit through. So just be aware and just know that it's not personal, and, you know, your shoot isn't being withheld from you. You know, just be patient. Good things come to those who wait. You get the images, fast forward, you get them, you download them, you're psyched. When you post, hold on, we gotta set the coffee down for this one. When you post the images on your social medias, please credit and tag the photographer, because it is a two-way street. Cosplayers wouldn't be able to have these amazing, beautiful photo shoots without photographers, and photographers wouldn't be able to have these amazing, beautiful shoots without cosplayers. It's a 50-50. It's a collaboration between artists, okay? And so please just give them the credit that you would like to be given as well. It goes for vice versa. If you're a photographer, you have to credit the cosplayer, of course. And also credit everyone who made the costume. Credit the person that made the wig. Credit the person that made the sword. Credit the wig. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. Credit everyone all around, just so everybody is happy and, you know, having fun with this cool art thing. And yeah, I think that's basically everything I want to talk about. If you guys want anything specific answered, I'm gonna do my best to answer all the comments I get on this video and see how I can help. If you want to check out my photography page, I just started it a little while ago. I was posting my photography on my main Instagram, but I made a photography Instagram called Shot by ETC, that's me, and I will leave a few examples of my cosplay photography at the end of this video. And I am excited to start doing some more cosplay videos, because cosplay is such a massive part of my life. And if you guys want to pick up the new issue of Cosplay, or on the sci-fi issue, ooh, then I will link that down below as well. All the links down below. And I hope you guys have an awesome day and go do some cool cosplay stuff. Okay? Okay? Yes. Okay, bye guys. I'll see you next time.